What's going on, my spicy people? My name is Dan the Man, and welcome back to another Thomas Friends video here on my channel, where I'm doing another random reaction video to anything, I guess. So, today, I've had a great day today, you know? I think this is probably the best day that I've had because of a few things. One, not only did I guess, get some exercise a little bit, and, you know, decided to clean my place up for a change, like a little bit, but I also got a comment from Bad Writer. Like, no joke, he actually commented on on my previous video where I did a reaction to, you know, the newest chick on Sodor with Thomas and Rosie. And yeah, I guess it was mostly a question comment, but I didn't even think he would notice my reaction to it. I don't know how, but I guess there is faith and luck after all in some possibilities. I don't know. In higher, I guess, purposes of higher YouTubers. I don't know. But yeah, thank you to Bad Writer for, you know, I guess the comment you left on my previous video. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to it, and I look forward to doing more since, you know, I also asked him what other recommendations there were, and, you know, he got a reaction to, you know, his video about Percy's new job, plus these other YouTubers that I do know of, Major Engine Studios, and Suddy Soap Bar Productions, but those will have to be a story for another day, as they all say. Because today, as you guys could tell from the title of this video, and I guess the thumbnail and all that, mostly the title, I'm going to be reacting to a video, looks like a 40-minute long video, you know, if you count me doing my intros, reactions, and all that. I'm going to be reacting to a video by this YouTuber that I do know of for a long time too, because I've seen his videos and all that. Makes really cool content, you know, trains simulator videos, and his name is I Love Trains 323. He's a really talented guy. He knows how to make interesting animated a lot of animated videos of, you know, not anime actually, trains videos of Thomas and his friends. Heck, he even made a fan movie called Defenders of Sodor, which I'm thinking of reacting to that one sometime in the future if I ever do. But for now, I'm thinking of reacting to maybe some parts of his stories and all that, and so on. So yeah, if you guys want me to react to all of his other videos, like the episodes from this one I'm reacting to Defenders of Sodor, then I guess leave a comment down below if you like that, because, you know, why not? And speaking of which, I'm gonna be reacting to I guess this one right here, because this one's called Little Western Rescue. That's what I'm gonna be reacting to today. A TTA, Thomas Trains Adventure video. I forgot what it was called, but yeah. Or Thomas Tank Engine Trains. Never mind. But what I do know is that this one is about Oliver, I guess, Stuck and Edward, but mostly about Oliver. And the moral of the story is what happened. Or, you know, I don't know what I'm saying right now. What I'm trying to say is that I chose this one because, you know, all the other old videos, I'm like, meh, I don't need to. But the ones that he made from this one to Defenders of Sodor, I'm thinking of reacting to those ones, because I'm thinking of starting with this one. Like, I know it's not the first episode and all that, but this is the episode where everything was happening, you know? The story of Oliver, this evil manager of his named Theodore Osborne, and the one with the claw. I'll explain that later on at my outro, but for now, I don't want to do any spoilers for those that do or do not know who I Love Trains is. By the way, subscribe to him because he makes really cool videos. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started on with this 40-minute long video, since the last one I made was kind of long too. But before I do, however, make sure you guys check out the original video down below in the description. Subscribe to I Love Trains 323 because he makes really cool videos. And don't forget to follow me on my social medias, Twitter and Discord. Links are down below in the description. Excuse me. And let's get started on with this video in 3, 2, 1, and let's play. Alright dudes, got the video up right here. Little Western Rescue, a TTA video. I think I figured out what it is. Thomas the Tank Engine Adventures. I think that's what it's called. I'm just trying to remember the name because I'm a little bit bad with bad memories, but good with good memories and all that, and so on. So this video is like around 39 minutes, but I'm thinking of 40 minutes because of how I do intros and all that, whether I do say stuff or not. But I'm sure you guys will be able to hear this because last one you did. I checked, and yeah, I'm going to start off with this one too. I don't know what to expect from this video, but I'm excited to see what we get here, because I remember seeing his old videos back in the old days, and the new ones too, from this one to Defenders of Sodor. but I wasn't sure about reacting to those ones. But I am thinking of the new ones, starting with this one here, because this one was a pretty good one. And I know, and yes, this was in 2 parts and all that, but since it was together, I feel like doing a reaction to both of them here, because why not? So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. I hope you all enjoy my reaction to this. Let's hear the story about Oliver, and of course, the evil manager, Theodore Osborne. Again, check out down below the description, My Love Trains. Here we go.
Oliver is a Great Western 14XX tank engine.
There's Oliver.
He works on Doug's branch line with his 2 auto coaches, Dulcie and Isabel,
Yeah.
and brake van Toad.
Toad.
Before becoming part of the Northwestern fleet, Oliver was rescued by Douglas. He'd made a narrow escape from his small line on the other railway,
I remember
which
that.
had been in the process of modernization. A few years had passed now, and Oliver had become used to the life on Sodor,
Nice.
but was still grateful to all who had helped him reach safety.
I remember that one episode, you know, in the old Thomas show. Anyways, here comes Sir Topham Hatt. Or the Fat Controller. I think I'm gonna stick with Sir Topham Hatt because it sounds a little bit more appropriate and better, to
At
be
the
honest.
shed one day, the Fat Controller arrived just as the engines were about to head off to work.
What was that? Was that a house?
As
I'm sure it was nothing.
A film crew were here last month making a documentary on the railway.
Yeah?
I hope they got my good side.
There's Gordon.
I was saying.
Yeah?
The documentary has now been released on TV and video just this morning.
Does that mean thousands of people are going to be able to see my interview?
Sure will, Thomas.
Yes, Thomas.
Everyone else.
Plus my buffers. I mean, we're going to be famous.
They all are.
We're already famous. We've had books written about us, remember?
And a show.
Well, I'm famous anyway.
Everyone is.
All of the engines whistled happily. They weren't used to being on TV.
They are now. Have a book's written about them. That's awesome. Yep. 1 for the Steam team. Anyways, we ready? Alright, here we go, I think.
The Northwestern Railway. A steam heritage site or main line, you might ask.
Yeah?
The railways that serve the Isle of Sodor are now the only ones that still use steam as a primary form of traction, after British Railways modernised their stock in honour of diesel and electric. Some of Sir Topham
Wait, hold on.
Reverse backwards, I like that.
I recognize that engine.
Do you?
Seems familiar.
This guy knows.
It can't be. There's plenty of 14XX engines around.
Looks like this guy knows something about
Unlikely
Oliver.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Maybe.
their stock in honor of diesel
Oh, looks like he's watching an old documentary of
control of
the island of Sodor
engines
and
have
Sir
been on
Topham
the line
Hatt.
since its earliest days.
Yeah.
Like this one, for example. Number 1, the well-known Thomas the Tank Engine.
Well, I was built in Brighton at the turn of the century, but I've worked here all my life. First as station pilot, and
Black
now
and
as
white.
main engine on the Farquhar branch. It's the most important part of the whole network.
I see.
And I'm relied on to be the most useful I can be for my passengers.
However, unlike Thomas, some engines have only lived on the island for a few years, after being salvaged from the modernised mainland. Engines such as numbers 9 and 10, Donald and Douglas.
The Scottish
used to
twin
be numbers
engines.
5, 7, 6, 4, 6, and 7.
Oh, here we go.
Engines like XBR number 1436, Oliver, who arrived complete with his Great Western Auto Coach and 20-ton brake van.
Does he know?
X number 1436.
He knows.
No wonder I recognize him. That's my engine.
Uh-oh.
He was meant to be scrapped.
He knows.
How could he have survived?
Because he did.
That's it. I'm heading back to Sodor.
Here we go.
Getting back the engine that's rightfully mine. He'll be worth a fortune in scrap value.
There he is, everyone. Theodore Osborne. Oliver's evil old manager that wanted to scrap him. But not anymore because he got saved and all that. He was saved from scrap. Well, he's going to have to get him back. Anyways, let's do this. I Love Trains presents. And so should we... Terry 55 Stephanie. Ah, I was right. Thomas the Trains Adventures. Alright, so who we got here? The Blue E2. Ginger Percy. All these ones I might know of. I do. Terry 55 Stephanie. Carson 0802200. Calico Bon S. Sternfall. Sorry if I can't say names right. DJ 41796. Super Mario Kyle 100. I like that. Knapford Master 98. Steam Team 3211. Welsh Cole Productions. McFurkissy. Sorry. Yeah, and starring in Little Western. I hope y'all enjoy my reaction to this one, and you too, Trains, if you're watching this. So what do we got here? Terrence, 672, 100, and 10th length 10th. That's pretty much all the actors, except for one at the end that I want to wait until later on. So yeah, that's Oliver's Evil Old Manager, and this is kind of where the whole series and story and all that began, because there are a lot of after-scene end credits or ending clips of so-called what happens at the end of the episodes. This one goes all the way from this so-called fan movie here to Defenders of Sodor. And not gonna lie, I am excited to see all of them, like from this one to Defenders of Sodor, but that'll be a story for another day when I'm done doing all my random reactions to all the other YouTube videos by the Thomas content creators that I do know of. Like, you know, more videos by Bad Writer, and maybe I'll do reactions to Major Engine Studios and Suddy Soap Art Productions, but as I said before in the beginning of the intro, that's a story for another day. I will enjoy, I hope you all will too, my reaction to this Lego. There's Oliver and Edward. How's it going, you two?
Have you seen that documentary yet, then, Oliver?
I have.
I've heard you've got a small part in it.
Nice.
Yes, Edward, I have. I'm glad too. It's strange how so many people take an interest in steam engines, even when most of them have been sent for scrap.
Diesels
We're getting
too,
more
I guess.
attention from enthusiasts than ever.
Maybe.
Speaking of attention, look at that. Gordon looks furious.
Furious?
The engine sat at the platform confused as the big blue engine pulled sharply into the station.
Why is he mad? Must be a good reason. Or I don't know. Sometimes grumbling.
What's up, Gordon? Got intimidated by the other railway diesels again?
Intimidated, yes, but not by Eddie Diesel.
What?
This stupid passenger on board
Passenger?
my train said steam engines were outdated.
Really?
Only really useful for the scrap pile. I'll show him what's outdated. No diesel will be able to match my speed.
Well, damn, that's a bit brutal. That must be Oliver's evil manager, or old manager, as you guys might know. I know by his name, Theodore Osborne, or Osborne. Man, that sounds bad right there, you know? You better watch out, Oliver, because he's about to look for you.
What would make someone say things like that to us? Must be someone with a grudge against steam, I suppose.
Probably.
Yeah.
You can't please everyone, young Oliver.
Not
You'll
really.
learn that with time.
Good one.
Anyways, you'd best be off. Your signal's clear now. See you
Excuse me.
later.
Take care, mates. Or chaps. Well, it's funny how signals do that often. Anyways, there's Thomas. Station with Annie and Clarabelle. Then Gordon showed up still cross, where Thomas was gonna make fun of him, no doubt. As the cheeky that he is sometimes.
You're in a good mood, aren't you? Why the fat face?
What's your tone, little Thomas?
Yeah, watch
you
out for
don't
that.
know what my day's been like, anyways.
Boko.
That's who's made me cross.
It's him.
Isn't the well-known child's truly terrible toy train Thomas the Tank Engine?
Wait.
Still working on the railway as if they were running a museum. This place has serious problems.
I bet.
Well, excuse me, sir. That's quite rude, don't you think? I've only just met you and...
It was meant to be rude.
I bet it was. But, you know what's... I bet you guys already know the difference about him, because he has a mustache and all that, but he barely had a short mustache and all that, but he looks different. I'm sure it must be a little explanation. I'm trying to remember.
If I don't put you conceited death traps in your place, then I doubt anyone else will.
Alright.
Now, will one of you two show me to your controller's office?
Over there?
I'm due a meeting with him urgently.
Really?
Hesitantly, the two showed him over to the office where the fat controller was eating his lunch.
Of course he
passed
was.
in the door and
See,
expected
look at that, different
and
now.
interrupted the fat controller devouring a cream cake.
Oh well.
Oh my.
Coffee too.
Good morning, sir. I'm afraid you've caught me at a bad time.
Accidentally.
Could you come back later?
Bad time or not, I'm afraid this is a matter I need to attend to now. I'm inquiring about your number 11.
Oliver. Yep. That's it.
Yes, okay. Are you a Great Western fan then?
Probably.
I prefer the old LMS myself.
Something like that.
I was a good friend of Sir William Stanier.
You could say I'm a fan, actually.
See?
Young Oliver used to, and legally, is a part of my fleet.
If he was, why would you want to scrap him anyway? Like, that would make no sense.
He worked under my jurisdiction on a private branch of British Railways. and today I've come to claim him back.
So you're a controller too?
Well, not really. He's more of a manager, because I know he's like a manager. Is he really a controller, though? No, I think he's more of a manager, because that's different from being a controller. But oh well.
Well, I'm afraid I can't help you, sir. He's not for sale.
There we
A few
go.
years back, he showed up at our works redeeming his salvation, shall we say. Under my jurisdiction, he's staying on this railway.
What do you
True.
think they're arguing about, Gordon? They sound pretty annoyed.
Don't know. Maybe he's not paid for his order of fast food burgers.
I
Good
don't
one.
care if
That's
he's for
good.
sale or not.
Probably had too much. Probably instead of that, he had some Taco Bell, because of what Joe just said.
You stole him from me, and now I've come to take him back. When he arrived here, along with Auto Coach and Brake Van, this railway signed no legal documents to say that he was legally bought. I'd give up now, Topham. You don't want me to get the authorities involved, now do you?
Really?
Could I interest you in a complimentary postcard of Oliver on the Little Western?
You're
What?
kidding me, right?
Nope.
Security, I have a drunk passenger in my office. Could you send for someone to take him away
Go on.
immediately?
I'll take care of it. Don't worry. Get out of here, you. Got him.
What was that about, sir? May I ask?
Gordon's gone.
Don't worry, Thomas. Just a wacky railway enthusiast hoping to buy an engine for free.
Go on.
No chance of that.
Oh well.
Now,
Yeah, good for him.
James,
James.
I need a lift up to Kildane, if you please.
No problem, sir. This train's due to stop there anyway. I'll get you there.
Climb aboard.
James's brake coach had not left the shelter of the platform before there was a commotion at the booking office.
But he took care
The
of it.
manager came running up the platform.
There he is.
Where's he gone?
Who?
Your controller, idiot.
Wow.
Where's he gone?
Alright.
I hadn't finished with him yet.
You know.
Well, he said he was heading up to Kildane on the 10 to 3.
Really?
Do you know if it stops anywhere else?
James said it stops at Wellsworth, but I don't know where else. You know, you'd probably be better talking to the booking clerk about this.
No. You know,
You've gone.
great. Yeah, no problem. Just tell them all that you know. Why would you want to give someone information that was being rude to you, and yet you don't let him know where Sir Topham Hatt is? Like, you could have just said nothing, and he probably wouldn't do anything to you. Like, why would you help a rude person out? Like, guys, just a little word of advice to any of you kids, or I don't know. I hope there are any kids watching this. Any advice to you young people? Never give strangers information, especially to those that are rude to you. And to talking trains as well. But not a big deal. Trains are cool though. Anyways. Yeah. James Dean though. So, everything went smooth and well as James was puffing through the countryside with his coaches and his passengers. They were singing his praises, and his brake coach was working fine because it's left the station like as well as he did too. With Sir Topham Hatt on board on it. This narrator, where are you?
They had a perfect run up until halfway.
There he is.
Crisp bright air surrounded the countryside of Sodor, and James kept up a good speed all the way. And it was only a matter of time before they coasted into Wellsworth Station.
Yeah? But something happened? I bet it did.
Things started to happen all at once as James rolled to a stop.
Yeah?
Half a dozen policemen stood waiting on the platform.
There's the
and
police.
halted anyone who got off the train.
That's bad.
The fat controller clambered down, annoyed.
Yeah?
Something wrong, officers?
Yes, sir, I'm afraid there is. Would you happen to be Sir Topham Hatt?
No, I'm Pat the postman. Who else would I be?
Good
Sorry,
one.
sir, but your name has been accused of theft of railway property. If I find reason
No.
to believe this, I shall have to take you under arrest.
It's fate!
Theft of railway property? I own a railway, sir.
Yeah.
Don't think I'd be stealing anything around here.
We
arrest-
record saying you've acquired a vintage steam vehicle over the past 5 years illegally. Would this be true, sir?
Well, not really, since he's a controller. You can't arrest the only controller, the one that runs Sodor. Plus, Oliver was saved from scrap, so it makes sense he didn't, like, steal him illegally. He just saved him.
Questioning took some time, and the train had to be sent away.
Oh well. Don't worry, James. You'll be fine. I'm surprised to see your dome change to silver. Sorry, it's just I like the spot goofs are fun. I'm not trying
But
to judge or
Edward,
anything.
who had overheard the conversation, was
Edward.
worried. Once everything was cleared up, the fat controller strolled over to him.
I hope well, at least the police aren't around, so I don't think they arrest him, which is good, since Sir Top Hat is telling the truth.
What was all that about, sir? If you, excuse me for asking.
Spare.
I don't mind you asking. At least you're an engine I know will believe me.
One person did that.
Someone has accused me of stealing Oliver from the other railway.
The police.
And I think I have a good mind to guess who it is.
The manager.
This ex-manager from the other railway asked me
Osborne.
early if he can claim him back.
But you refused.
Of course I refused.
Yeah, he refused. I
I'll
mean to do
never
that.
send
Had
any of
chicken
my
nuggets.
engines off. You've lived and worked here longer than I have.
Good one.
Have books being written about you.
And
Lasted
shows.
2 world wars and lived to tell the tale.
And a TV show
It's going to be
too.
costly to keep you all in service, I can tell, but it'll be worth it.
I'm glad to hear it, sir, and thank you. We're very grateful to have a controller who understands engines. I can't imagine what life is like for the engines on the other railway.
Oliver did the
Go
right
on.
thing to run all the way here. If only this manager would see things in the same light. Now, Edward, I still need to get up to Kildane, if you please.
Kildane,
I
alright.
believe you have a
Kildane?
goods
I think
heading
that's what
that
it's
way.
Yes, sir.
Kildane.
I'm aboard. Oh, and sir,
Alright, let's go.
this manager, you don't think now that you've refused he'll take matters into his own hands?
He might.
As in, take things too far?
I doubt that's likely.
No, I don't think he will, because I've seen a lot of TV shows and movies to know that bad guys never give up.
After that interrogation with the
intended about
police
this
not
one, never give
knowing the
up.
plan, he'll more than likely give up. What's
No
the
pun
worst
intended.
he can do?
I can think of a
Not
lot of ways
turning
that can
over,
happen.
And that's final.
I can think of a lot of ways that can make this worse.
So
Watch.
Topham had made up his mind, but so had the manager. It was clear he would not be able to reclaim Oliver no matter what.
Yep.
There has got to be another way. Just think of all the money I'll get for scrapping that worthless load of junk. If only I could.
Who cares about money or not? You scrapping him for no reason.
You speaking to me, or are you talking to yourself, sir?
Probably both.
Oh, thank goodness. An up-to-date engine. About time too.
Yeah.
You seem a bit deluded, sir.
He is.
May I ask what you're talking about?
Something you might be interested in. One of my engines has taken refuge here, and I'm trying to take him back, as well as a brake van and a coach too. I'm in need of money, you see, and 40 tons may go down well with the breaker's yard.
I see.
An iron kettle, is it? Oh, I'll take
Maybe.
back what I said then. Can I help you out? I like to show you this railway a thing or two about revolutionising.
There'll be no
Revolutionary.
need for help if I can think of how I can get him back to my territory.
This isn't gonna be
Well,
good
then
though.
just steal him. Can't be that hard.
Go though.
I don't know which island you think you're on, but you can't just steal a steam engine from this railway without anyone realising.
Not all the way from the kettle sheds at Tidmouth, no. But get an open opportunity when the steam ports are at the other end of the island, we can slip him across to the mainland with ease.
I see.
Seems plausible enough. But even then, there'll still be engines and railway workers scattered everywhere. How would we take an engine before their eyes?
Oh, all in good time. You leave it to me. I'll take it over from here. I've got a friend that might be able to help.
Indeed. Well, looks like so that is D1 Diesel D19 or D199 or Diesel 199 or Spancan. He's willing to help out Osborne to kidnap Oliver for some reason because some diesels are evil or diesels have passion of being evil. Anyways, we're on the beautiful green field with Oliver and Toad.
Early next morning, Oliver chuffed joyfully down the Little Western, telling Toad the brake van all about his scrapyard escape a few years before.
Yeah.
Oliver never tired of telling a story, because he thought it was the most adventurous night any engine had ever faced.
I could tell.
Toad, however, longed for a new story.
I see.
They arrived at the shunting yard, where Oliver left Toad in search for his next train.
Okay.
Bye, Toad. See you later. Nice talking to you.
Excuse me 1 second. Yes? I'm busy! Excuse me 1 second, everyone. I can't right now. You caught me at a bad time. Sorry about that.
Every
Just
now
some
and then,
people.
some of the smaller engines
Anyways.
are allowed on the main line to do various jobs like lend a hand with local trains or act as a banker for the steep inclines.
Oh, the music. Oliver with his passengers. I don't know what the name of this music is, I kind of forgot. But if you guys could let me know in the comments below, I
Today,
appreciate
however,
that.
Oliver had been sent to Vickerstown with a trail of coaches that were due to be put in storage.
I'm vibing here, you know? Anyways, what do we got here? So there's Oliver meeting Edward again.
He had stopped at a signal at Wellsworth. He found Edward ready to move off.
Morning, Edward. How's life in your branch line?
As busy as ever, the docks are getting overcrowded with ships and trucks.
I
Bill
bet.
and Ben aren't much help.
Bill and Ben? Who'd they be?
The tank
Pair
engine
of
twins.
industrial twins who love to cause trouble. That's who.
They're-
Some engines say I'm the only engine
And
that
that's
can
it.
keep them in order.
Don't forget
They
Boko.
can't be that difficult. I'm
Yes,
sure
though.
I could tend to them.
You're
sure?
young yet, Oliver. You
Are
have
they
no
young?
idea what Bill and Ben
Or-
are like.
I don't
More
know what's
trouble than
happening.
Useful. You just keep focused and head on your way.
Yeah.
Your signal's clear. Oh, and I'd watch out for anything suspicious if I were you. Surprises come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
Suspicious? What in the name of Swindon is he on about?
I
It
don't know.
can't be that hard to babysit a couple of engines. Why does everybody underestimate me around here? I can look after myself.
Can, but not
Unbeknownst
in
to
this.
Oliver, he'd be regretting those words within time.
Yeah, you will. I think we'll see Bill and Ben later, but you don't have to worry about that, Oliver. It's your old manager you have to worry about.
After steaming
Later.
gallantly down the main line, past Crowman's Gate Works and on into Henry's Tunnel, he was making good time and running fast. Not as fast, however, as a pair of large diesels who roared past him with a furious hoot and a growl.
Bye!
Well, that was a bit rude.
Yeah.
Especially for two engines I've never even met before.
Two diesels. They hate you, though.
Within long, the diesels growled into Vickerstown yards, where the remains of the original engine sets lay derelict and drowned in years of overgrowth and neglection.
I see.
The manager stepped down from the cab.
Excellent. We'll take our plan here.
Okay.
Quite the coincidence that the little green moneymaker was rostered up here today.
Moneymaker.
You two saw him pass? How could I miss? Each steam engine I see is a pain in my eye. The sooner they go, the better I'll feel.
More like a pain in your radiator, D261, or should I say Boulder?
So what's the plan? How are we going to get the engine away from its crew?
Okay, so one of you will be hiding in the sheds here when they arrive. The other will be in the sidings opposite the turntable. I'll dress up as a fireman and take the engine onto the turntable, where you two will trap him and take him away. Got it?
Sneaky.
Ah, brilliant. The little rat won't know what hit him.
Not yet, but this is gonna be sneaky and bad, I could tell. Hopefully it won't go too bad. Well, better keep your eyes out, Oliver. Just to watch out for anything suspicious, or sus, am I right?
Oliver arrived at Vickerstown and marshalled his coaches to where they were needed.
Okay. Oh, Vickerstown, that's right. That's a long passenger train. Never
He
mind,
then
took care of
planned
it.
to refill with water and coal before heading back bunker first with a train of coal for the Skarloey Railway.
Alright. So now what?
He was having a drink at the water column when the fireman walked up.
Fireman.
Excuse me? You're wanted at the station. I've been told to take your engine onto the turntable before you go for testing purposes.
Really?
Seems slightly strange that we weren't informed about this before, but okay. Orders are orders.
Good luck.
With that, the foolish engine crew strolled off to the booking office, while the manager was reunited with his ex-property.
Uh-oh.
Right then, Oliver, let's get you onto the turntable.
That's bad.
Whatever you say, sir. Wait, how do you know my name?
Uh-oh.
Oh, a bit of common knowledge, that's all.
That's bad.
Common knowledge. What's not common is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Why are we testing a turntable that hasn't been used for years?
Well, there's Spancan closing his eyes, pretending he's sleeping, no
Our
doubt.
sheds are at Tidmouth now.
Not sure. Mind you, if it's not used anymore, I'd have a good mind to take it back as well. Add a bit more value to my scrap paycheck.
Excuse me?
Yep.
What are you talking about? You've completely lost me.
You're going to be more lost than you think. Take him, lads.
Uh-oh. And the two diesels got him now. You're trapped, Oliver. Or as they say, Amr Akbar says, it's a trap.
The two diesels buffered up to Oliver as planned and quickly led him out before any rail workers could suspect anything was wrong.
Yep.
By the time they
That's
reached
bad.
the main line, they were running fast and heading for home. Poor Oliver hadn't a clue what was happening.
He does now.
This is mutiny, you hear? Take me back immediately. You can't just take me away from my railway.
Oh, but it's not your railway, is it, Oliver?
It is.
You made a run for it after you were taken out of service.
Which is
and
good.
now you're finally coming back to your own rails.
This isn't gonna be good.
It was far past midnight by the time they reached the sheds, which to Oliver's surprise were still standing, but with diesels sat quietly beneath them compared to the steam he'd been used to.
More
It
diesels.
was only a small station, tucked far away from the bustling towns and cities.
Not bad.
An unlikely place to find a kidnapped steam engine so far from home.
I see. There's Splatter, looking a bit sad over there.
The two huge diesels left Oliver amongst the diesels in the shed,
Alright.
and left for the main line.
Bye-bye, Oliver.
There goes Span Can.
It was nice knowing you. Better knowing you're gone, though.
And Boulder. Get out of here, you Class 40 oil burners. I hope you'll be scrapped more than Oliver. No offense, Oliver. And so, Oliver was trapped with nowhere to go and was in the hands of his evil old manager. If only Splatter would help him. Anyways.
Next morning, in the safety of Sodor, the Fat Controller was walking to his office.
Yeah.
When the station master came running up to him.
Here we go.
Excuse me, sir. I've received some bad news. Number 11 has disappeared. Didn't return last night to the sheds.
Disappeared? Impossible. Have you checked the main line yet?
No, sir.
Jock's branch line?
No, sir, but I...
Thomas's branch line?
Well, no.
No.
Edward's branch line?
Sir,
Cook Ronin, Normanby, Scarlowy, Caldyfell, all these places you haven't seen through yet.
Nope,
Sir,
he's not anywhere.
please. We can't investigate anything without your approval.
Approval.
We've spoken to the engine crew, and they reported back their engine was last seen at Vickerstown sheds.
Yeah.
And failed to make its return run after it was used to inspect the turntable there.
Was that a mouse?
Sounds realistic.
I don't know,
You know
sure
what the
it's nothing.
answer is, don't you?
Not really, sir. I'm only a station master.
Get an engine down there and start investigating what's happened.
There's only Thomas, sir. He's booked off for today's duties.
He'll have to do. Send him down to Vickerstown at once.
Yes, sir. Anyways, wake again. Morning, Oliver.
Oliver awoke, still in great confusion. He wanted to run away and escape as he had before, but without any steam there was little hope of it.
And without his driver and fireman. Except for...
It wasn't long before the manager came strolling up.
Except for Osborne.
Morning, 1436. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise. It'll be the last one you'll ever see.
Doubt it.
You bitter criminal! Who are you to deprive me of my rails?
Don't you remember him?
Unfortunately, it all too suddenly dawned upon Oliver.
That's
Here we go.
it. No wonder I recognize your voice. I know exactly who you are. If you have the decency to be called sir, then I'll ask. Why have you taken me back to my old branch?
He remembers him.
Just good business, my old friend.
I see.
I was going to send you to a proper scrapyard, but if word gets out, it won't do me much good. I've got the stuff here ready for me to cut you up myself.
That's
How
brutal.
dare you? After all I've done for you. Loyally shifted passengers and goods up and down these rails day in and day out. And after all that, you are so cruel you want to make sure I'm gone for this earth once and for all? How could you think such a thing?
Money drives my feelings, Oliver.
Looks like he's got some P.T. Boomer and Sailor John vibes in him, because, you know, money and all that. Every villain cares about money.
I don't really care if an era of transportation is wiped out. It's life. Besides, it's so much more efficient without you 18th century coal beasts chartering up and down the line and covering the sky with ash and soot.
There's more to a steam engine than just moving economy and business.
That was rude.
Look closer and you'll see we're living things. We feel pain, we feel joy, we are living.
Like
For the sake of the world, will you just shut up? Don't make me want to rid you even more. I am a living thing. I live, and I go through the processes of survival of the fittest. Got it?
Living things of kind souls.
Don't make this a sappy little heroic story. I'm cutting you up myself, and that's that. Decision made.
That's
Sir, we can't just cut him up here and now. The steam excursion with the railway enthusiasts is coming in soon. They
that's
see
good.
us cutting up a steam engine, they'll spread the word.
That's a good point right there.
Oh, for hell's sake. There's always something wrong, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Fine, what do you suppose we do?
Any plans?
Paint him up in BR colors. If anyone sees, they'll think he's been here all along.
Oh,
Good
okay.
idea. Consider yourself lucky, kid. You've got another hour or two before the end of the line.
1 hour.
Pun intended. It's
Really, with the end of the line, first it was all the I like my lunch steamed. I'm sure pretty sure you guys know it says that. And now end of the line, all that, like literally, or no pun intended.
It's a laughable matter.
Oliver sighed. At least he has some time before his fate.
You'll be saved. I know you will. He has to be saved. Anyways, back to him again.
Once he was repainted into his BR colours, the sight of steam came puffing through the landscape.
Is that? Who is
A
that?
Great Western engine, much larger
Great
than
Western.
he was, proudly steamed into the platform.
Another Great Western engine. He looks familiar though. What was his name
Oliver
again?
was stunned.
Cinders and ashes. William!
Oliver?
It's William! I thought I recognized him. Anyways, back with Thomas. Oh, there's Pip and Emma. Well, it looks like William has found Oliver. Hopefully you'll be able to save him, because, you know, what just happened. I know about William, too, like, whether it's the, you know, the certain
Thomas had been
characters.
searching around the main line for hours,
Older
but
new
had come
ones.
to no luck.
All the new ones.
At last he had to retreat.
Sorry,
and
I didn't mean to say that
stumbled
again.
into Wellsworth for a drink,
Yeah. Or just
where
forget I
Edward
said
was
that.
pulling in with the Fat Controller on board his train.
Yeah. Anything?
Any luck, Chavez?
No, sir. No sign of him.
Nope.
I don't understand where he could have been taken to.
Anywhere.
Excuse me, sir, but what's happened?
Oliver's gone missing. Never returned from Vickerstown last night.
Well, I'm not surprised. Surely you've already assumed that the manager has got something to do with it.
He is.
Yes, of course, I assume. he's
Yep,
behind
right now you
this.
did.
You were right, Edward. We should have been more alert to this manager taking matters into his own hands.
You think? I mean, he clearly wasn't going to stop until Oliver's back. Like I said, villains never give up.
More to the present question. How are we going to get Oliver back?
Are you actually planning to get him back, sir?
Well, of course
Yeah,
I
let me
am.
say
He's
that.
part of our fleet. I'm not going to let him just be taken without a fight.
And our family.
Well, I don't know. Oliver is quite an arrogant engine, and we
What?
don't need another tank engine with the number 1 on their bunker anyway.
No, he isn't.
Besides, you're not much of a fighter.
Thomas, how could you say such a thing?
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
rude.
Sir,
Just forget
I
about
think
him.
We're going to need help finding out where he's been taken.
You don't say. My bet is he's at his old branch line on the manager's own metals. But who'd be able to tell us where that is?
I can think of one person. And that's Duck.
Oliver's old branch. Of course I know where that is. Oliver doesn't stop bragging about it.
Bragging about it.
Excellent.
Funny.
Edward, Jack, you
Mention
two are
that.
coming with me. We're going to get Oliver back at all costs. He must be feeling terrible.
Let's do it. Let's save him.
Oliver's feeling excited. William was his old friend, who'd worked alongside him on the branch before it was dieselized.
Nice.
They chatted long and loud about their Great Western pride,
Good
much
one.
to the Diesel's dislike.
Except for
Yes, I've
Slatter.
been preserved on a heritage railway. It's great fun. I get to go out on the main line sometimes too.
So do I.
You do? What are you doing here then?
That's a long story to tell. In short, our old manager has taken me back here to be cut up. I really live on the island of Sodor. I need to get out here within the next hour or else I'm done for.
You have to save him.
Tell me before. Come on, we've got to get you out of here.
Hurry, though.
William's firemen began lighting Oliver's firebox. It
Good.
was only a small tank engine, and pressure didn't take long to build up. Just as
Or a lot
hope
of
seemed to be shining
steam
brightly,
engines.
there stood the manager.
He's
well,
back.
Well, well. Trying to get away once more, are we?
Yeah.
That's all I need. I won't be able to cut you up until your boiler's cold. Any more plans you've got in your smoke box?
Yep.
As it happened, 2 brightly coloured steam engines charged into the yards, which had not seen so many steam engines in it for years.
Here comes Duck and Edward. You're doomed, Osborne. You're finished.
I'd like to escape if you don't mind, actually.
What? Topham? How
Yep.
on earth did you get here?
That's besides your point. I'm here to free my engine.
Sounds like a good plan, but there's one thing stopping you.
What is it?
Even if you take him back now, I can just call the authorities again.
Really?
On home territory, they're even more likely to see you've illegally acquired him.
That's where you're wrong. We stopped by the scrapyards you sold Oliver to and legally bought him as it happens. He's our property.
That's a good point there, Edward. You know, old, reliable, and smart. They should still have him on the show, though.
It was all too terrible. The manager could defend himself no more. He would have to give in and let Oliver free, which would be a very pathetic thing to do.
It has to be
since
done.
Everything happened how they did.
No,
Give
you're
it back
not
to us?
taking him back.
Why?
I need the money from all this scrap metal, and none of you lot are going to take it.
You don't need money to get to let... You can make money some other way, you know that? You don't have to scrap a steam engine because of this.
The deluded man jumped
wait,
to
Steven.
Oliver's cab and opened the regulator.
No.
Oliver, who now had a good head of fire,
Ah!
couldn't stop himself from being driven out of the shed.
He's taking him hostage!
Where the blazes is he going?
He's got nowhere to go other than the police station.
Well, don't just stand there, you two. After them!
Let's go.
You fool! Surely you know you can't get away with this now?
It's worth a chance, kid. I need money. I'm broken, man.
We'll grow some bollocks then, as Diesel would say from Victor Tanzix.
So I can see. Wait, slow down.
Man, Oliver's being hijacked though.
Had been informed about the incident and had switched Oliver onto the turntable siding.
I don't know.
Oliver screeched into the yard as the manager braked hard.
Got him. Nice.
They stopped just in front of the buffers upon the turntable, which the manager jumped down to try and turn.
Wait. There's nowhere for them to go. I mean, they're trapped, even though Oliver got hijacked, but not anymore, right? Right?
What's he doing now?
Sorry.
You've nowhere to escape. Give it up, now!
What happened next surprised everyone.
He is. No. I knew he was gonna push him on the rail, off the rails.
The manager led Oliver over a field and across a road.
It's bad. Nah, he's still taking him hijacked, or hostage.
Ow! Hey, you do realize I need tracks to run on, right? I'm not a road vehicle.
You won't be into something that... Oh, here comes the
Until
tree.
He slammed head-on into a large old tree.
Oh. Ooh! They crash right into the tree. You okay, Oliver?
Bust my buffers.
He is.
Stopped at last.
Like Toad from the trucks.
Within a moment, police officers swarmed in and led the villain away.
Got him.
You can't get away with this. That's my engine. Mine.
Nope.
I'll call the police if you don't hand him back.
They're right there, you know.
Go on, sir. You're probably drunk. You've already been found to be under the influence of drugs, and the police are here arresting you.
Never take drugs.
It took the whole of the afternoon to re-rail Oliver and
They
journey
got him.
back to Sodor.
Nice. Well, Oliver's been saved again. He hasn't been hijacked, though, because first it was Junior by Diesel 10, and now, you know, this. What's up, Ryan? Man, that was a crazy adventure we had. Hopefully...
Unbelievably, barely
Right.
any damage was done to his buffer beam, and
Oh,
he was
okay.
still in good working order.
Well, that's a bit of a surprise. I thought he'd be damaged, but no, he wasn't. Man, hopefully we won't have to see Osborne for a while if he got arrested by the police.
But, just in case, Sir Topham Hatt was keen to send him on a trial trip.
Yeah?
I'm sure you want to rest after all that has happened today.
Everyone does.
But I want you to run up to the shunting yards just to make sure nothing's wrong.
Yes, sir. And thank you for coming to rescue me.
I couldn't have left you in the hands of that freak, Oliver. Besides, you're part of the family now.
That's right.
Those are yours.
Take it from my
Anyway,
words.
you best be off while the track's clear.
The fleet as well.
Yes, sir.
You take care now, Oliver. That goes for Duck and Edward too, because they helped out. I don't know about Thomas, but whatever. And there's James and Toad. The scene looks kind of familiar, though.
Thanks for your help today, Toad.
And thank you very much, sir.
Call me James.
Oh, that's the scene with Toad's adventure. I like how they added that as a cameo to this.
Hello, Mr. Oliver.
Hello, Toad. You'll never believe what happened to me today.
Yeah?
Let me tell you all about it.
Alright.
Actually, Oliver, I think that you should ask Toad about the adventure that he had today.
Thanks, James.
You, Toad. You had an adventure.
Well, yes, as it happens. It all started when I was coupled to Mr. James, and he started to go a bit fast. By the time we reached Gordon's Hill, we were going so fast my wheels were shaking.
Well, that doesn't sound like much of an adventure, Toad.
It does.
But that's not all. That's when we saw a branch had fallen on the line.
No.
Yes. And the thing was, we were going so fast we...
Actually, you know what, Toad? I couldn't care less what you did today.
Really?
I'm just going to go now, okay?
But wait.
That's bad.
There's 2 saddle tank engines over there who would love to hear all about your adventures.
Oh, really? Well, I mustn't disappoint a crowd. I'll go tell them what I did today.
Go on. Don't worry, Toad. I still think your adventure was pretty cool, too. Along with Oliver's new one. Oh, and there's Bill and Ben. Looks like Oliver gets to meet them. The tank engine twins themselves.
Oh, look, Bill. It's Oliver. Yes, he's famous. Mr. Oliver, how did you escape from the scrapyard?
Well, long story.
Did it take you a long time? Were you frightened? I bet he was. You probably wet the tracks with fear.
Those two are still the idiot ones here. Except for Edward, though, because he's back.
Can't say I didn't warn him.
Oh well. And so, Oliver was back on Sodor, everyone was saved, and Theodore Osborne was arrested by the police. But I don't think he'll be back to scrap Oliver again. don't you? I can do that in some stories. And it's always with this music, but not yet. And that's it. That is my reaction. Well, that's it. That's it, everyone. That is my reaction to Little Western Rescue by I Love Trains 323. I hope you all enjoy my reaction to this, because I sure did. Yep, Little Western. Nice job on saving Oliver, and hopefully we won't have to see Osborne anymore. Now let's see who did the voice of who. Alright, the Blue E2, Ginger Percy. Alright. Oh yeah, Carson. Stepney. Kyle. Welsh Cole. Knapford Master. Oh, Friend Church. Oh, alright. Wait, I don't know who. Never mind. Nick. And that's it. I still think this is one of my favorite videos that I saw. Which this was made back in 2010 or 2015. I can't remember. It's just I've seen YouTube. I've watched YouTube for like years now, and yeah. But is there anything else at the end? Because I think there is. Oh, there's a little something. Oh, you know, I want to wait until the credits because I want to talk to you guys while I'm at it. So yeah, dudes, that's my reaction to Little Western Rescue. I hope you all enjoy my reaction to this because I sure had fun reacting to this. And the reason why I did a reaction to this is because, you know, this was the episode of where all the adventures kind of started, you know? From this video here, Little Western Rescue, to Defenders of Sodor, or something like that. Whatever. Are we going to get to it? Secret? Oh, here it is. Wait, is that? It's Diesel 10! Yo! The Claw Diesel's back, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. So what are you gonna do this time, Diesel 10? Plan? Wait.
Laugh while you can, you stupid streamers. Because very soon, it will be the last thing you'll ever do.
Because Pinchy's hungry. Oh man, I love doing evil voice. It's kind of fun. Wait, who is it? Cyberspark is he? Cyberspark! I know who Cyberspark is. You guys do know who Cyberspark is, right? The dude that has over 1 million subscribers. Yeah, I still don't know how it's possible, but anyways, I Love Trains Productions. That's it, my dudes. Though that is it. Man, you know what? I think this was really good. Well thought out and done. And yeah, I guess that's it. But yeah, this one was up next. I still think this was a pretty good video to react to because this was kind of this was actually how it should started, make an adventure or whatever, from all the normal episodes, the secret ending clips and stuff. Because I think this is where everything should start, you know, with my reaction to this, with Oliver's evil manager, but seeing Diesel 10 at the end, you guys know he's up to something. Because whenever there's Diesel 10, there's always a fan movie about him, like the most popular villain of the Thomas franchise. But I can't wait to see him in other fan films and in Defenders of Sodor whenever I do a reaction to that. But like I said, that's a story for another day, and I'm gonna end it here. So thank you all for watching. I hope leave a comment down below if you all enjoy my reaction to this, and make sure to check out the original video down below the description. And yeah, thanks for watching. Well, that's it, my dudes. Like I said, that is my reaction to Little Western Rescue by I Love Trains 323. Now, again, this was a part 1 and part 2 video, but since it was combined together, I thought, why don't I do a reaction to this one? Because I feel like reacting to two things together might be a little bit better than doing it in separate parts. I don't know. But I think this is worth it because I got a good 45 minutes of my reaction to it and other stuff. But yeah, sometime in the future, I'm thinking of reacting to more of Trains' videos. Sometime in the future, heck, maybe even the Defenders of Sodor one. Cause not gonna lie, I think I did see it like last year or whatever, and I'm thinking of seeing it again this year because of how badass it looks. Like, sad thing is, I know it doesn't have Lady in it, but I can't wait to see how it goes because it's about, I guess, Oliver or something. And Osborne. But anyways, that's all I got to say. And yeah, Cyberspark, excuse me, Cyberspark, yeah. So I know who Cyberspark is. He's an interesting guy, you know, talented and all that. Talented dude. He has over 1 million subscribers. And yeah. I can't wait to do, you know, more reactions to any other types of videos. And I guess that's it. So thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe. Turn on post notifications. And leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this video, because I sure did. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to I Love Trains 323, because, you know, again, he makes really cool videos. And I guess leave a comment down below if you want me to react to, you know, Defenders of Sodor sometime in the future, because I definitely will. Again, thanks again all for watching. I'm Dan the Man, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Bye-bye! Bye.